सब्सक्राइब कीजिए हमारे चैनल डिफेसिस को और दबाइए बेल बटन को ताकि आपको मिल सके हमारी वीडियोस की अपडेट सबसे पहले।
China is developing a new generation two-seater stealth warplane, based on its most advanced fighter the J20, intended as an early warning aircraft that will serve as a command center for other weapons such as fighter jets and rocket launchers. Chengdu Aircraft Design Institute, developer of the J20, is working on the breakthrough variant which will be the first stealth fighter in the world to accommodate two pilots. It will also be more innovative, according to an online report published earlier this week. The report, which appeared on War Industry Black Technology, a social media platform run by Shenzhen-based Quantum Defense Cloud Technology, included a design sketch of the twin-seater variant and said it would serve as a small, early warning warplane. The design is similar to the Russian Su-34 twin-seater supersonic medium-range fighter bomber, with the side-by-side seating arrangement in the cockpit which the report said would help the two pilots better communicate and share information effectively. As the new generation aircraft with capabilities of stealth and supersonic cruise, the new platform also needs to command drones, other fighter jets, and even ground-based rocket launchers, as well as surface warships and submarines, making it a small early warning aircraft, it said. A military insider said the new plane would be equipped with defensive air-to-air weapons, but would not be used as a bomber, contrary to mainland media reports. It is not a real bomber. To maintain stealth and agility, all missiles should be put inside the base, that means only light air-to-air bombs are allowed, said the insider, who requested anonymity due to the sensitivity of the issue. The heavy explosives required for air-to-ground and air-to-sea missiles could only be accommodated under the craft's wings, drastically reducing its stealth capabilities. Rustom 2, Topaz, the medium-altitude long-endurance, MALE, unmanned aerial vehicle, UAV, from Aeronautical Development Establishment flew in the satellite communication, SATCOM, mode for the first time. Sources at DRDO headquarters confirm that the UAV also flew with the long-range electro-optical payload. They claim that these two capabilities are not available on the Heron and Searcher UAVs being operated by the Tri-Services now. The future of this UAV program is still unclear, with the services yet to give any firm commitment. Sources say the Topaz team is determined to prove several new capabilities during the next set of trials. Topaz 201, a multi-mission UAV, is being developed to carry out the intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance roles for the three armed forces with an endurance of 24 hours. It is capable to carry different combinations of payloads like medium-range electro-optic, long-range electro-optic, synthetic aperture radar, electronic intelligence, communication intelligence, and situational awareness payloads to perform missions during day and night. The homegrown Uttam active electronically scanned array radar developed by Electronics and Radar Development Establishment seems to be making the right moves to get the attention of the Indian Air Force. With the addition of active electronically scanned array radar being one of the key features of Tejas Mark-1A, LRDE hopes that Uttam can even meet the schedules of the upgraded program. It has already completed more than 100 hours of flying on a hired aircraft and nearly 25 hours on Tejas test platforms. It is now confirmed that Uttam's air-to-air mode and its sub-mode functionalities have been already tested. Uttam is in competition with the Israeli Elta radar and the official word is not yet out on the question of how many Tejas Mark-1As, total 83, will be fitted with the DESI technology. LRDE scientists are pinning their hopes on the Atmanirbhar Bharat mandate. A 42-year-old Chinese man, identified as Charlie Peng, who is accused in Rs 1,000 crore worth cross-border money laundering racket, had been bribing some lamas, Buddhist spiritual monk, in Delhi's Majnu Katila to gather information on Dalai Lama and his associate, the Income Tax Department found in its probe on Sunday. According to officials, Peng used to hand over nearly Rs 3 lakh in cash to the lamas. Some men working with Peng confessed to the Income Tax Department that they used to give money in packets to the people concerned. The entire communication was done on Chinese app WeChat, which has now been banned in India. The income tax has shared the information with other government agencies to intensify probe. The money laundering racket was busted by tax sleuths earlier this week when officials raided some Chinese individuals and their local associates and seized a number of documents and computer peripherals and recovered about nearly 60 to 70 lakh cash from multiple premises in the Delhi NCR region. China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi made a rare visit to Tibet on Friday, including a trip to the disputed border with India, as the 3-month military standoff between the two countries continued to drag on with little sign of resolution. Although a terse statement issued by the Foreign Ministry on Saturday did not mention India, Wang's border trip was described by Chinese observers as an unusual and symbolic gesture. Diplomatic negotiations and 5 rounds of military talks have failed to break the impasse over their long-running border dispute, which has developed into a broad and increasingly bitter dispute over trade, technology, investment, and geopolitics. Wang, who is China's special representative in border talks with India, said the security and stability of Tibet is of pivotal importance to China's overall development, according to the Foreign Ministry's statement, and urged diplomats to work with local officials to protect national security in the face of unprecedented challenges in the post-coronavirus world. His trip came a day before Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi promised to build a 1.4 million-strong military to defend the country's sovereignty in a speech at an Independence Day ceremony. China has a long, unmarked border with India, which mostly lies in Tibet. Wang became the first senior central government official to visit the frontier area since the deadliest clash in over 50 years occurred on June 15 in the disputed Galwan Valley. 20 Indian soldiers were killed in the clash, while Beijing has declined to reveal the number of its casualties. Brushing aside international concerns about human rights abuses and Beijing's treatment of the Tibetans, Wang praised Tibet's achievements under President Xi Jinping, especially in securing the border with India. Hit by disruptions due to the coronavirus pandemic, the launch of India's unmanned space mission under the first leg of Gaganyaan, planned for December 2020, is likely to be delayed, sources said. It was part of the 2 unmanned missions to be undertaken by the Indian Space Research Organisation ahead of the planned launch of India's maiden human spaceflight under Gaganyaan in December 2021. The likely delay in the first unmanned mission was recently conveyed to the Space Commission, the apex policy-making body on space-related issues. The Space Commission is headed by ISRO Chairman and Department of Space Secretary K. Sivan. 2 years ago, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had announced the human space mission in his Independence Day address. The Gaganyaan mission aims to send a 3-member crew to space for a period of 5 to 7 days by 2022 when India completes 75 years of independence. The ISRO had started planning for the mission accordingly. The first unmanned mission was planned in December 2020, the second unmanned mission in June 2021. The final and the main component, the manned mission of Gaganyaan, was scheduled 6 months later in December 2021, much before the 2022 deadline. ISRO had earlier indicated that there would be a delay in several missions as the space body's work has been hit by disruptions due to the coronavirus pandemic. Among the major projects that have been affected are Chandrayaan-3 and Gaganyaan. Chandrayaan-3, the third mission to Moon, was scheduled later this year. The sources said that efforts are on to stick to the deadline of 2022 for launching the human space mission. We will not be able to meet deadline for the December 2020 launch of the unmanned mission. The coronavirus pandemic has led to several disruptions. This was also recently conveyed to the Space Commission, a source said.